Welcome back, good folks. Welcome back. So I wanted to do an update on Chase Private Client. I have now officially been with Chase Private Client for over a month now. And in this last month, I have opened or transferred or been upgraded to 5 new bank accounts within Chase. And so I wanted to just kind of go over with you all the 5 accounts, checking, basic checking for the business and personal, and then as well as um, retirement and custodial and personal brokerage. So investing accounts and checking accounts. I just want to kind of give you guys an idea as to what those new benefits were via the upgrades, and then give you some details on some of on some of the brokerage accounts. So again, my name is Aaron Davis. This is a new YouTube channel, so I would really appreciate if you guys could give me a thumbs up for this video, as well as subscribe to the channel for any future content that I am going to be putting out. I am going to be linking a couple of videos here in the top on things that I'm discussing regarding credit, entrepreneurship, as well as financial freedom. So if any of that is of interest to you, click on the links, and then but let's get right into it. So the first bank account that got upgraded. I was already a Chase account holder with my checking accounts there with Chase, and so it got upgraded from whatever their standard checking account is to what they call everyday banking. With this, the major differences now is that I can do quick deposits up to $100,000 a day or $250,000 a month, whatever comes first. The other thing is with Zelle payments, you could do $5,000 a day or up to 40K a month. Again, I don't really use these current features, but there's just nice upgrades to have and gives you a lot more flexibility. The daily purchase limit, I believe it was originally 2,500, but now you get 7,500. The big exciting thing is going to be the no outgoing wires. So no fees for outgoing wires. There is still a $15 fee for incoming wires, but for any domestic wires, which is similar, I believe, to, yes, the Sapphire Bank, Sapphire Banking, which is the business checking account, has no domestic wire fees for outgoing. So that is very nice on the personal side, just to have those upgraded amounts for deposits and payments, any purchases that you're doing, and then as well as no outgoing wire fees. And I do believe that with the everyday banking, there is no monthly fees. Well, no, there is none because I didn't get charged any fees for this past month. So there's no monthly fees anymore for, regular checking accounts. For the Sapphire Banking, which is the business side of that, there is going to be a balance requirement that you need to hold. The nice thing with that is that in becoming a Chase Private Client, you have to have a certain threshold. And so in meeting that, you automatically meet the balance requirement for Sapphire Banking. Somehow they do it on the back end side that if this account has so much and this account, then if your everyday checking or your brokerage has so much in it that you don't need to have the requirement for the Sapphire Banking. Again, it was just kind of a lot of mumbo jumbo, but in order to get Chase Private Client, you meet the requirements that you need for Sapphire Banking if you have a business checking account. So you don't really have to worry about the balance requirement, which is why I don't have it up here, because I honestly don't even remember what it was. There is no monthly service fee when the balance requirement is met. Again, in order to get Chase Private Client, you automatically meet that balance requirement. So therefore, there's no more monthly service fee. No foreign transaction fees, which is really nice. So you do a lot of international travel. I know right now we're in COVID, things of that nature, but you get back to the international traffic, there's no foreign transaction fee. So that's going to save you money right off the top for any of your international travel that you do around the world. And then I didn't add the requirements, but they are the same or more higher limits on the business checking. Of course, with it being business, they are just assuming that you're doing much more volume in deposits and payments, things of that nature, purchase limits. So at a minimum, it reaches all of these, but some of these have higher limits. Again, I just didn't want to add those on for space reasons. The next one that I opened up is the U Invest, which is the personal brokerage. I had this account, but in doing the Chase Private Client, they gave me the level 2 options trader, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Originally, I just had the, no, I'm lying to you. Excuse me. They gave me the level 1 and then I just applied for the level 2 and got accepted. So let's go back to the basics. I had the U Invest. What that is free investing, no commissions, on any ETF options, stocks, things of that nature. So like any of the other brokerages, um, that are out there in the industry. You have to apply to become an options trader, point blank, even for options trader level 1. I misspoke a couple minutes ago. You have to apply. Options trader level 1 is your short-term calls and puts, very basic options trading. So typically these are 6 to 9 months out. You can't do any of the leaps yet, the cover calls, things of that nature. That is reserved for the level 2 options trader, which again you have to apply for. Again, I don't know why Chase separates this, but of course it is more of an advanced trader technique, and so maybe that's why they have it where you need to apply. The application process is very simple. They have all of your figures, your income, net worth, things of that nature, because it's already pre-filled when you apply, and then you just hit submit if anything hasn't changed. And then honestly, I don't know why they would decline you or what, but they approved me on both ones, and it was no questions asked. It was all of, I think I got the 2 emails 2 or 3 hours after I applied. So again, it's kind of a process that they put you through, but I don't believe that anyone is really getting declined to become an options trader level 1 or options trader level 2. But again, options trader level 1 is just for the basic short-term calls and puts, nothing fancy, nothing really over the 9. Maybe it might go out a year, but it's definitely a short-term calls and puts. And then the level 2 is where you get into the cover calls, the cash secure puts, equity calls, things of that nature, the leaps. So your options that are a year up to 3 years out, that's where that is seen in level 2 options trading. I do not have any insight on the margin just yet. My private banker did let me know that I could again apply for margin. I don't know if this is the same kind of applications as the options where you apply and they give it to you, or it is something that's a little bit more thorough and they have to review you. Personally, I'm wanting to stay away from margin, which is why I haven't really looked into it. But there is definitely folks that have margin within the JP Morgan personal brokerage platform and whatnot. So just because you go to JP Morgan, don't think that you can't do margin trading, but it is something that you need to apply for. And I don't have that insight just because that is not something that I'm kind of looking into at this current stage of my investing career. The next two are accounts that I basically rolled over from Fidelity. So, or I'm in the process actually of rolling these over. I have a traditional and a Roth IRA with Fidelity that I am rolling over. There's nothing fancy with the Chase. It's just more or less having it all in one place. Some folks don't like that. Some folks do like that. I like it in the sense of I can make immediate trades, or excuse me, immediate transfers, and the money is there versus I used to transfer from Chase all the way to Fidelity. It'll be a 2 to 3 day hold at Fidelity for funds to be verified. So I personally like the money coming straight from the same bank because then they just allow me to have that all at the same time. Now I am, or I was, my retirements were being managed by a wealth management account. And so now with me transferring over into JP Morgan, that is no longer going to be the case. So there is an option with JP Morgan that you can have basically an account manager and set up your investing philosophy so that it follows that same process or a process. However, not that I didn't like the wealth management company managing my accounts, but I just feel that I'm going to honestly maintain the same investments as well as the same portfolio allocations, things of that nature. Nothing's going to honestly change. It's just I'm going to be in charge of it. So instead of when the money gets transferred in on the 4th day of October, it's not going to get invested immediately. Maybe I might wait a couple days here or there because I know something is coming up in the market, whatever the case may be. But outside of that, it's going to stay the same. And that's where I say here, it's automatic transfer, so you can set up the money to be transferred And again, it's nothing special with the IRAs. It's same limit, $6,000 a year, no matter where you go. If you're over 50, you get an extra $1,000 to be $7,000 a year. And yeah, that's as exciting as it's going to get. You just keep putting money in there, and when you look up in 20, 30, however many years to retirement, hopefully you have a nice big bag. So, custodial account. The custodial account that I'm rolling over is for my son. If you're not familiar, custodial account is basically an account that a guardian, parent, grandparent has control of until they get to what they call majority age. Majority age is the age where the dependent then becomes in control of the account. Interesting enough, some states are actually different. California, the majority age, legal age, just think of majority age as legal age, is 18. But I believe like Delaware is 21. Colorado, I believe, is 21. Don't quote me on these. All I really know for sure is California. But some of these other states, you actually, the majority age, legal age, is higher than 18. But in California, if the account is registered in California at 18 years old, what's going to happen is my son Elliot is going to get complete control of whatever investments are in that account, and I get and my wife get removed off of that account. So it's a very nice account, and then it just turns over to a personal brokerage basically for him. And then the investing is identical to the personal brokerage, to the you invest, except for again, it just transfers over to him at that majority age. So again, when he turns 18 years old, he is going to be able to get that account, no questions asked, and it comes off of me. And because I'm a long-term trader, I do like that concept because it allows me to sit on those ETFs, not having to sell until I'm truly ready, or once I transfer over to him, he gets the same cost base as I got since I've been buying over these last 15 to 18 years. The other thing that I'm going to do as a kind of a off topic, and I'm getting a little off topic here, is I'm going to use this custodial account really to help him start building some financial literacy. I want this to be a teaching tool and start to show him investing at a very young age, 10, 12, 15 years old, age appropriate. Want to teach him when he gets his first job how to put a little money towards this custodial account and watch it invest over 5 years or so. So this for me is really going to be a nice teaching school, not a teaching tool, as well as come 18 years old, hopefully it's a nice chunk of money that he is going to be um, knowledgeable enough in order to manage and allow it to help him with his college education, a down payment on a house. Maybe he's interested in starting a business like me, or whatever other big ticket items come up in his life. So that's really what I'm using this custodial account for, and I believe it's a good tool to help your children learn how to invest money under your guidance. The other things, and this has nothing to do with the private accounts, but I just want to bring these other aspects for a Chase private client. I forgot to mention, if you are interested in the custodial accounts, I'm gonna link two videos. I got two videos as my biggest fear. That video is basically on. I am doing a lot of different investments and things of that nature in order to pass on a lot of wealth to my children. Right now, I only have one son, but I do think we're going to have future children. And so my biggest fear is being scared that my children aren't going to be ready to take on the amount of wealth that I and my wife pass on to them. So that's going to be one video that I'm going to upload. And then the other one is going to go a little bit more in depth of just custodial accounts. So if that is of interest to you, take a look up above, and those should have been flashing as I'm talking about this. Back to this, some additional features, and then we can get on out of here. For any mortgage applications, you're going to get 1,100 bucks, almost $1,200 in a fee waiver removed. So that's going to be very nice. And the other nice thing about Chase Private Client, I'm in the process right now, and I'll be doing a video here shortly. I'm refinancing two of my properties, my personal home and my business. And so with Chase, if you didn't know, you can only have, I believe, 5 mortgages between you and your spouse, uh, 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 residential mortgages, non-commercial. So 4 units or less, no commercial properties. You can only have 5 mortgages or there's a limit. Don't quote me exactly on the number. But with Chase, if you do all your mortgages with Chase, that is unlimited. So as long as you qualify for it, You can have as many mortgages with Chase as you want, as many properties as you want to buy. So I really like that. I'm nowhere close to reaching that limit, whatever that number is, but I do foresee myself buying more properties over the years, and I hope to be doing it with Chase because they give me this fee waiver as well as they give me a 0.5% discount on any mortgages. Now, I don't have any mortgages with them, so I didn't get the fee reduction, the rate reduction when I got accepted in the Chase Private Client, but I am looking to refinance, and then if I do refinance, then I'll be able to get that rate reduction. Chase Private Client extends to any adult who is on an account with me. So my wife and I, if we have a family account together, and so because I'm on that, my wife is now a Chase Private Client. If my brothers, siblings, anybody that I am on an account with that is not Chase Private Client becomes a Chase Private Client because of the attachment to me being on their account. So that's very nice. The other thing is if you're in this situation, you get authorized debit cards for family members or caregivers that, have adjusting spending and withdrawal limits. So if you have folks that, maintain or do special things for you around the home and you want to give them access to some funds but have it be in a controlled environment, Chase Private Client allows you to have has some features to help you manage that. So this was just a quick overview of some of the new accounts that I got with Chase Private Clients as well as some additional features. Please give me a thumbs up for the video if you know anybody looking to get Chase Private Client. Pass this on, but most importantly, help me get to 100 subscribers and hit that subscribe button. Talk to you soon at the next video. Bye-bye.